Hello everyone, Mike from Downtown Comics, and I'm here to talk about all the new graphic novels and such releasing on Wednesday, October 11th, 2023. And yeah, I have to say, I'm getting used to 2 whole tables of graphic novels every week, so this one's actually a little light, even though by normal standards it would be a good week for graphic novels. So before we get started, downtowncomics.com is the place to go. You can check out the new release list for the week. You can see if there's any graphic novels that I may not have on this table, or you can look very closely at ones you may see on this video if you want to order them from us or pick one up. Also, liking, sharing, and subscribing would be great and highly appreciated. And yeah, I really love it if you watch all the way to the end, because you never know what you're going to find. Anyway, let's get started. Usually I don't have space or time to put out some cool other stuff, but I just want to show off this MODOK statue because that's kind of cool. And then also we've got a Invisible Woman Marvel Select figure coming out. So I just wanted to highlight those 2 things since I had them sitting here. All right, let's start off with some Marvel stuff. We've got a new omnibus, and it is What If, which I absolutely love. What If? Always a big fan. All right, in this one, you're going to get the #1 from the 1988 series. It's a one-shot, and then you're going to get the first 39 issues from What If, the second series that started in 1989. That went about 125 issues, I think, total. And you get Quasar number 30, which I guess was technically a What If tie-in at the time. So interesting. All right, so there you go. So that's the more modern What If from the late 80s, not the ones from the 70s. We have a couple of epics this week. We'll start with our Demon Bear epic. So that's going to be, Demon Bear is like New Mutants 20, somewhere right around there. So yeah, it's probably 21 through 40, which would put it around 1984. Let's say 1985. There it is, 1984, 1985, and 13 through 31. So, yep, pretty close. So, I had it nailed. All right. All right, we've got one of those smaller digest reprints for all ages. This is the X-Villains. So if any of the younger ones are interested in those, we've got a couple of Star Wars trade paperbacks. So we've got a Darth Vader one. This is volume 7 of the current series, and you get all the way up to issue 36 here, 33 through 36. And I guess they're just going to reprint number 3 from the 2015 series also. Interesting. Okay. We have a new X-Force compilation. This is also volume 7. And that's going to get you the current series 39 through 42. Taking a slide to reality, Toussaint, who I've heard of, gets a graphic novel. So I don't know anything about him really, but I've heard the name. So there you go. Education. Hell to Pay. This is the whole miniseries, I believe. I don't see them reprinting. Yeah, it's the whole miniseries. I'm going with that. We have another Star Wars. This is volume 6 of just Star Wars. So that will get you 31 through 36 of just the ongoing Star Wars book. And our second epic today is Ghost Rider, the Danny Ketch Ghost Rider of the 90s. So yes, this is 1990-91. It's probably 1 through 20, I'm assuming. That's the cover of 1, so 1990-91, and you get 1 through 12 of that book, plus Mark Spector Moon Knight 25, Doctor Strange 28, and material from Marvel Comics Presents 64 through 71, which had some backup stories. So there you go. That's good stuff. It's good early 90s Ghost Rider there. If you're a Critical Role fan, we've got the Mighty Nine Origins. I believe this collects all the one-shots they did, so all 4 of those one-shots into one big oversized coffee table book. So if you're looking for a good gift for a fan, this is the perfect thing. So yeah, you're going to get a bunch of those origin stories all in one book. All right. Also, if you have a Jujutsu Kaisen fan in your family, or you are one, this is the official anime guide to Season 1. Rick and Morty finally gets a compendium. So this is Compendium Volume 1, which will get us I think it's the original Rick and Morty 1 through 15 from, 5 or 6 years ago. So that's the original stuff, 1 through 15, all in one book. Another cool coffee table book is Arms and Armor. So this is going over all the technology in the Marvel Universe. So yes, Iron Man is probably big into it, but yeah, all the tech stuff. They used to do this in the handbooks back in the 80s. I always loved them coming up with all this, the cutouts and stuff of all the Quinjets and all the gear and stuff like that. So this should be really cool. So yeah, if you're interested in that kind of thing, that's a cool book there. The Giant Kaiju. It should be Kaiju, but it's not. I don't know. Can't pronounce it. But that miniseries gets reprinted. Our Harry Potter gets a Wizarding Almanac. I don't know. But yes, that looks like a good coffee table book for someone who's a Harry Potter fan. Wish, I think that's coming out soon. That gets a little golden book already. So that new Disney movie. Harley Quinn gets a new volume. It's just called Keepsake. So this is going to be, I guess it's volume 2. Oh yeah, it is volume 2. So the current series 7 through 12 and the 2021 annual. So that's volume 2 of the current Harley Quinn book. Cat Ninja gets a new book. Star Wars gets an Ultimate Cookbook. Go. And in our Night Before Christmas, so I know that I own the Die Hard the Die Hard Night Before Christmas book. Now we have a Futurama Night Before Xmas book, so with evil robot Santa. So that'll be fun. Dungeons and Dragons gets a Stickerology book. Wonder Woman Blood and Guts, I believe this is the New 52 run. And you get 0 through 12 of that title. So started in 2011. So you get both the 12 issues all in one compilation. Here's a cool one. So for those Dark Tower Stephen King fans. So this looks like a Dark Tower novel. See, it's got that cool novel design. But it's reprinting the graphic novels of the comics from the early 2000s. So it's probably got the first 3 or 4 miniseries. Yeah, you get Gunslinger Born, Long Run Home, Treachery, Fall of Gilead, and the Battle of Jericho Hill. So all 5 of those miniseries that were done in the 2000s, you get them all collected into one cool package that looks like a big novel. So that's awesome. The very popular 30 Days of Night, which we haven't seen much of, gets a cool reprint in hardcover. So this is called the Deluxe Edition. So does it show us what we get? No. It had a film, and it was a pretty cool vampire. If you're into vampires, this is one of the pretty cool modern vampire stories they've come up with. So highly recommended for those who've never read it and are into vampires or horror in general. But yeah, you get a giant compilation of those miniseries. Sonic the Hedgehog gets a new reprint, Seasons of Chaos. The original Star Trek New Worlds, the Illyrian Enigma miniseries, that gets reprinted now in softcover. Turtles, this is volume 7 of something. What do we get? We get the current series, 133 through 139. And then we get a one-shot, the Armageddon game. So that reprints that. And lastly, we have a Godzilla library collection. So usually these are reprinting them in some sort of publishing order. Yes. So publishing order. So you get Half Century War, Gangsters and Goliaths, and Legends. So you get those 3 miniseries, which were the first things that they did when they got the Godzilla license back in the day, all in one cool book. So if you're a Godzilla fan or know of one, that is another perfect item for gift giving. All right, well, there you go. So some good stuff, a lot of deluxe reprints, you know, putting stuff together into one nice package. So that's good. So yeah, start looking at gifts for your friends, relatives, or yourself, and grab something today. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it, and you have a great day. Bye-bye.